Take me back. Oh, live means you got to put the special lighting on. We got to look pretty, Chad. You ready? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Biscuits and Gravy. Going live, talking the movies and other random stuff. We got a fantastic episode. This one's a very special episode for everybody to watch. Ready? It is Biscuits and Gravy Mobster Movie Edition. That's because... Oh, yeah. We are going to have a ton of different stuff for the next couple weeks because all we've got is time, baby. All we've got is time. So this is a part of Quarantine and Chill. What is Quarantine and Chill, ladies and gentlemen? Well, that's where we talk movies, what to do while we're quarantining. So not just movies. We're also going to do little snippets about television and, of course, what to drink while quarantining and chilling and what to wear, possibly. We have a special edition on today's show on what to wear. I'm pretty excited about that. Chad?
That'll help you with the chill part of the Quarantine and Chill.
Yep, it is. I'm going to try to do a little watch party. I'm just going to talk about it because I'm not sure how.
Watch party.
Oh, there it is. I hit share and then bam, watch party. Start watch party. So it's on all of our pages. There's some people watching at home. That is fantastic. During this episode, we've got some fun stuff, including Venmo surprises. $5 from #BeTheChange, which is my company that I run. It's all about taking action over awareness. So we're going to be going over Chad and I's top 5 movies. We've got special guests, one of those being Mr. Matt Troyer. Matt Troyer is he's Troy Boy. He is our resident beer aficionado. So pretty excited about that. And we're going to go ahead and get the party started. Chad?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. What have you been watching?
Yeah,
What have you been watching? Actually, you know what? Tell the lovely folks out there who you are.
Well, first of all, hello, everyone. My name is Chad Fishburne. I am a comedian, host, and MC. And since I am out of work right now, you guys have to put up with me on the internet. Anthony's had to put up with me for the last 10 years because we work together doing live events. He is Gravy. I am Biscuits. Together we are...
Say it, Chad. Say biscuits.
Biscuits.
And gravy.
And gravy.
Fantastic.
Oh, biscuit. I'll stop singing now.
No, you're good. All right. So what have you been watching? I know this is a Mobster movie edition. We don't have to talk about just our Mobster movies. What movies or television shows have you been watching on televisor?
That is good. That is not just Mobster movies today. We have some fantastic ones lined up for you guys. But the missus and I have been watching The Outsider on Hobo.
Mm-hmm. That's called HBO.
Also known as HBO.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Just to clarify, if anybody's like, I don't know what station that is. Yeah.
If you're a fan of Ben Mendelsohn or Stephen King, number one. So like, if you like Stephen King, it's for you. Creepy, keeps you on the edge of your seat. Ben Mendelsohn is in it. He's the lead. Fantastic cast, and so yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. Okay, so we also have a comment section, and that is actually going to be where our contest comments. So if you want to win prizes on Venmo, by the way, I could see one of our guests backstage. He's so excited that he's sweating. By the way, he's sweating because I believe as though Mariana has logged on. She will be on this episode. So if anybody wants to stress that gentleman, he's literally wiping the sweat off of his brow because he's going to be talking fashion coming up shortly. Yes, Chad.
Did you call her Mariana? Excuse me. Mariana, are you on the show today?
Mariana.
It's not like Mario, okay?
Is it Mariana? It's Marinara. Hey, Marinara.
#racism. Not today. No, we're not going to do it.
All right. So let's get the party started with a trivia question, and then that's how we'll get it popping so that we can start giving out some monies. So, Chad, you have the first quote.
I do. Mm-hmm. Are these guys ready to win some money?
They are. By the way, I think Troyer backstage says he likes the new logo, which is the old logo, just put in the most obnoxious color that we possibly could find. Why? Because that's what we specialize in, being a hair obnoxious. Yes. Okay.
It's green. I like it. What's wrong with green?
It says the guy that used to have transitional lenses. I'm never going to drop it. Okay. All right. So this is how it works. You are going to be guessing by putting comments below. And if the first person to guess gets it right, you put it in the name of the movie you're walking away with a $5 Venmo. So if I say you're the winner, make sure you put your Venmo in there. We had a Michael Smith from last episode that I still have not been able to pay because he didn't hunt me down. I want to give a shout to somebody gave their money. Sean, I think donated it back. Maybe Michael did too. Sean donated it back.
Nice.
So I'm going to give that to Regular Hero, which is our charity of record. All right, cool. Chad, quote number 1. Go for it.
Quote number 1. And to not give it away, this will be in Chad's normal voice. Chad's normal voice. We will move into an impression if it's necessary. The quote is, "Look at me. Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut."
It's good. It's good. All right, we're going to give that. We're going to go ahead and say that one more time, and then you'll go ahead and do the voice after about 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll put a timer on that. I won't. Look at me. Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut.
That's good. I like it. All right, that is going to be our movie quote number 1. Movie quote number 1. All right, now say it with the voice, because I'm realizing that we're getting some coming through our different watch parties, unfortunately. So it's not coming through main. We've had a little hiccups on our comments. So I'm going to watch on there. So go ahead, Chad. Go for it.
Right. Do me a favor. All right. Anthony, look at me. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Look at me. Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut. Okay? Always.
It's good. It's good. All right. So has anybody guessed it? I'm looking at both of my feeds right now. We still
Both
have
feeds.
0. Should we give a third hint and drop the picture? Should we give
I think we should. Yeah, drop it. Do it.
All right. Say it one more time.
Look at me. Huh? Look at me. Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut. Okay?
All right. I'm going to go ahead
If
and
you
move
don't
that.
get it now.
I got nothing coming through. This is shocking. Shocking. All right. So that means we are going to go to our first movie. People are slacking on the movie quotes today, so that's fine. We're going to go to our top 5 movies. I'm going to really quick. Oh, you can't. You're in the same room. She's literally in the same room.
Can I just say real quick, though, that it's adorable that she spelled it all the way out as good fellows.
Yeah.
Not good fellas, good fellows.
Well played. So the next person that follows her up, I guess that we'll give it to her. I still owe her $5 from last week. Thanks, Troy. All right, now the quotes are coming through. Fantastic. I see Kelly. We all know your middle name is Mario.
Hey, that's what they call me over here. Chad Mario Fishburne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mario. Oh, it's easy. It's Mario.
All right, we'll go ahead and give the auto spell check. All right, we'll give that to Mom. She's getting $5, even though I don't know how that works. So the next one will be a little bit easier.
You know how you have a successful internet show?
How's that?
When your mom is the only one watching.
Yeah, there's way more than that. People are just being quiet today. I wonder if it's because we shared in too many places. Who knows? Oh, I got Mark.
Oh,
Yates.
People got overwhelmed by the number of shares?
Yeah, I see it on my page. Mark Yates is going to be the winner on that one. Mark, go ahead and shoot your Venmo right below that. Matthew Madison just joined as well. We got a bunch of people joining, waving at people. Tracy Ann Harden, Kenneth DeFranco. Hey, I got my cousin, Kenny DeFranco. And then Mariana wanted me to repronounce it as Rihanna. She spelled it out perfectly for me.
Did I not say that already?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah, I know. I like marinara better. Okay, so what I've been watching is a TV show called Gringo last night. It was actually not a TV show. It's a movie, which has to do with McAfee. Have you watched it, Chad, from 2016?
Yeah, I think it like the theme song is like Gringo was his name. Oh, Gringo, Gringo. Is that not the same?
We lost Chad's feed. Super weird. All right. So
no, I am not familiar with the project.
It's actually great. Kelly was the one that suggested to watch that. Are you okay? So it looks like Kelly is also getting people commenting on her page. So if anybody sees it first, since you guys are all in the same room, let me know and we'll see if there's other winners. So right now,
why are you yelling at people?
I don't know. Mark Yates is our winner on our first game. Let's go to one more. Let's do one more right now. $5 Venmo. Go ahead, Chad. Chad, go with your second one.
We're doing the quote, see?
We're doing the quote.
Not the right accent for that.
No.
All right, this time, no impression. We're just gonna throw it out there. Here we go. All I have in this world is my balls and my word. I don't break them for no one. You understand?
When you say it like that, it has a whole different effect.
No, it's a whole new world. It's a whole
Whole new
world. And everyone just logged off.
Mm-hmm. No, they like our pretty voice. That's not the first time we've sang it. Okay, so that one's the next quote. Chad, go ahead and say it the way it should be said.
Okay. All I have in this world is my balls and my word. Okay? I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
That's what it looks like. A little teaser of what it looks like. Let's see if we got any comments coming in. First one to comment gets a $5 Venmo. Feel free to, if you really want to donate it, that's fine. I prefer to just give out $5 because it's more fun. I love donations as well, but go ahead and take the $5 and spend it someplace fun. You can redonate it if you'd like.
Redonate it.
So somebody said Pacino. That's the right person, but we need to name that movie. Name that movie.
Yeah.
So,
Melissa, somebody has dropped it as if it were hot. We have
Matthew
Toscano is the first person that I see. Can you confirm that the Melissa would be the correct person?
I've got on two different streams, and I have Matthew Madison with Scarface. It's pretty close between. I got David Heckman before Melissa, so it's going to be
David
Heckman and Madison.
12.
I'm going to go with Matt Madison. I'm going with Matt Madison.
Okay. Hey, Matt Madison. I like alliteration. For those of you that didn't know, double M, M&M connection. He's got the peanut inside.
Okay, yeah, you're clever. Okay, Chad, we're going to talk about mobster movies now that we're on that. Tell me when we go through our count here again, because this is our Biscuits and Gravy mobster movie edition. Sound effect. There we go. Mm-hmm. High budget production when Chad is making the sound effects. Fantastic.
What? That wasn't me. That was an actual Tommy gun.
Oh, did you have a Tommy gun in your living room? That's amazing.
I bought one specifically for this low budget episode.
Ah, fantastic. All right, let's go with the first movie on our list of top 5. So give me your number 5. We've got Chad's picks and my picks. This is what the screen's going to look like. Chad's picks, Anthony's.
Yes. You want my number 5, Tuffy Burger?
Give me your number 5.
In Spanish, by the way, you would be La Hamburguesa de Queso. Number 5. Number 5 is Casino for me.
Got it. Number 5.
Amazing cast. Just, you know what I mean? It's the epitome of a great mob movie, in my opinion.
Quintessential. So funny thing about Casino is, what was Pesci's character's name?
That is a different trivia question. So you want to give away a bonus?
No, this isn't a trivia because my dad actually met him in real life when my dad was a maitre d' at a casino, at a restaurant casino show, whatever, in Las Vegas, Nevada. Didn't know who he was, thought he was some wise guy because he goes, Pesci's true life character walked up. I think it was Anthony something. The heck was it? Anyways, walked up. He goes, "Hey, yo, I want that as my table." And my dad, being a hothead from New Jersey, because he did spend time in what some people would call the mafia, unfortunately. But when he moved to Vegas, he still thought he had pull of some kind. And he told him, he goes, somebody's already sitting at that table. And he pretty much told him to piss off, which one of the cocktail waiters that supposedly my dad was friendly with, I'll leave it at that, pulled my dad aside and said, "You need to apologize, find a way to get him that table. Otherwise, you will probably wind up dead in an alley." So once my dad found out who he was, he go ahead and gave him the table. So that's your number 5 movie, and that's my fun fact from your number 5 movie.
Did you actually do a Joe Pesci quote in there a second ago? Did you do an impression a second ago? You're like, "Hey, it's my table." Like Jay Leno.
That was actually the real life character's impression. That's what I would assume he would have sounded.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so my number 5.
You ever notice that Mike Tyson and Jay Leno are the exact same impression?
Let's hear it.
It's ridiculous. Come on, guys. Come on. Are you serious? Come on.
Okay, yours is Casino. Mine is The Departed. The Departed.
Departed. You have to say it right. It's The Departed.
It's The Departed. Figurehead about it. Park the car. So Departed is my number 5. Great movie. Leo, of course, all the legends in that movie. So that's my number 5. Let's see. You know what? What time is it? I think it's time. We've done 5. Let's go ahead and bring our resident fashion expert in right now.
Words we never thought we'd say.
Well, we probably did. We just didn't know that it would be under quarantine. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, a legend of the auto show scene, as well as you've seen him in feature films that most people can't watch because they are rated at a much higher rating. But he is the man, the myth, the legend. Let's bring on Ken Paul.
Gentlemen.
You handsome son of a bitch. How you doing?
Hey, I'm here to talk about keeping morale up while you're quarantined, right? What's the point of being alone and still not having some pride? So I might be overdoing a little bit, but you know, the daytime, it's the robe. You got a little nice neck piece on. I'm going to go with a little Seinfeld here. Remember what Jerry said to George when he started wearing sweatpants in public. What you're telling the world is that I quit. We don't want to quit. Just because we're at home doesn't mean we can't step it up. If we're not dressing enough for ourselves, it's not good enough for anybody else. Step it up, folks. This is just the afternoon. It's all cash.
I disagree with everything that he's saying right now.
What is that? Does he have an ascot on right now? Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
What else would you wear with a velvet robe, Anthony?
I mean, listen. I mean, he looks amazing in it. I'll be honest with you. Like that, I couldn't pull that off. If I tried to wear that around my wife, she'd be like, "Yeah, you look like an idiot. Take it off."
But he pulls it off. I also feel like the way he's leaning, it almost looks as though he's got a cane, which makes it even cooler.
I like this. I like this face too.
It's a whole couch.
So hold on. Yeah, let's get the full look. Yep, that's
entire couch.
God. I feel like you know what that reminds me of, Ken.
Yeah, what you thinking about?
What you thinking about?
Hang on. I do have a question though. I have a question for Ken Paul. It looks as if you've recently gotten a haircut. How did you get your haircut in quarantine?
It's got a Flowbee.
I might have purchased a little trimmer on Amazon and done it myself.
He bought
really? Wow!
Yeah.
He found out the one that you buy for manscaping also works on the top of your head if you've got curls.
It's not long enough. It doesn't have enough.
No. We don't need to know about that. No. We're good.
All right, we're good. Ken, we'll see you in a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about movies. We're going to go to our number 4 movie. Thank you again. Ken is showing us how to dress while you are keeping morale around the house.
Love you. Mean it. Wow.
That's fantastic. All right. We are not going to do another trivia question just yet. We'll be doing that. We'll do that.
Let's go back to the list.
Let's go back to the list. What do you say? Okay.
You know what I mean?
So number 4, what's your number 4 movie?
My number 4 is one hell of a flick. It is the original Godfather.
Fantastic. You might see that on my list a little higher up. Great movie.
Acceptable. Perfectly acceptable to put it higher up.
Yeah.
As you know, my criteria are a little bit different than yours.
Explain your criteria for people that didn't watch the last episode.
I would be happy to. So I have 3 criteria with which I use to judge the movies. Number 1 is the overall cinematic experience. Overall cinematic experience. So we're talking about characters, plot, even the music. Like these guys think I'm crazy for including the music, but that increases the watchability factor, which is another. That's another one. And I have one more criteria that fits into it. What is it? I'll find it in a minute.
Yeah. Got it. All right. So my number 4 movie, I have some sleepers on mine because there's so many good mob movies. So my number 4 is actually a little film called Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco, which from what I've been told by people that live that life around the same era, AKA my father, that is the most spot on accurate depiction of real life mafia. Fun fact.
Did you call it Donnie Brasco?
Hey, yo, Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. Thank you for saying it correctly. Literally a second ago, it was almost as if you were pronouncing it with 2 A's. Yes, I like Donnie Brasco a lot. I would like to order the Donnie Brasco. It's a very light Pinot from the Midlands.
Pinot Grigio. Speaking of Pinot, it's about time we have our lovely wine expert get our wine bottle ready because I'll be drinking wine today. Ken, I'm sure, will have some kind of liquor drink, and Matt Troyer will have the beer of the day. But with that said, we've got an update from an undisclosed location, which is where Ken Paul is located. Sometimes you got to dress for the day. Sometimes you got to be ready for the evening.
What?
Coming.
Again?
It's a little early. But when 6
got to be a martini.
You got to get out of your robe because We're not animals. Cheers.
Ken Paul, that is the fact that you can change that fast shows your history in the theater. So cheers to you for that quick switch. I don't even know if you're James Bond or if you're a mob movie. I don't know what's going on, but you look fantastic. My mom is commenting, actually. She thinks
we can bring him back for our Bond episode, which will happen at some point.
At some point. I feel like we're going to be quarantined until sometime in 2021. So,
by the way, I'm drinking Horsehead Ale. This is Horsehead Ale. You're welcome.
Ken, you look fantastic. All right, we're going to bring you on again in just a minute to talk drinks. Right now, we're going to go to our next movie. You stay there, and no need to stay thirsty, so keep drinking. Looks fantastic. My mom said he looks sexy. That's scary. Okay.
Wow.
What? I mean, you knew it was coming at some point. They will end up together.
Careful, Marinara. All right.
Hey.
Okay. All right. We're going to movie number 3. We're going to go and pull it up. What's your number 3 there, Chad?
My number 3. Now we're getting into some serious business. And for those of you that don't think that this fits in, chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself. Number 3 on my list, Pulp Fiction, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that works.
Pulp Fiction.
Absolutely. Oh, that's good. It's debatable how much of a mobster movie, gangster movie, but it completely works, and it's got all the elements, as you said, of a great movie. Mine is A Bronx Tale, which
it's so good. So good.
So tempted to make that higher on the list. A Bronx Tale, Palminteri actually said that was the greatest movie he was ever a part of. He said it was flawless from end to end, from the writing, from the acting, from the storyline. So that
I get mistaken for his first name all the time. I introduce myself as Chad. People think I say Chaz, and I have no idea how that happens because there's no Z whatsoever.
Well, it was going to say Chad or Chaz. Typically, is not somebody. It's kind of a douchey name, so maybe they're trying to take away maybe trying to make it better or worse. I don't know.
You're not wrong. I went on the internet and did a search for my own name, and nobody should ever do that unless you just want to have a bad day.
True. All right. I'm realizing one of my quotes is a little hard for people. So
well, that's okay, though. You save it for last. That's the puppy burger.
So I'm going to do this next quote. So we're going to be doing another $5 Venmo surprise, surprise for our next one. Let me double check to make sure we have the right one pulled up.
What is the generous, fantastic organization that's donating these beautiful prizes to our audience?
It is #BeTheChange, and we are partnered with Regular Hero. So with #BeTheChange, Regular Hero, we are giving away $5. I know we are balling. I'm actually trying to win on what's the guy's show? Bob Maneri, which late at night he does his Bob Maneri show where he gives away like $100. And if I get to win, I'm going to go ahead and use that as my next day donations or giveaways. So courtesy of Be the Change. So
Bob Marinero, we appreciate you.
All right. So one cannot be betrayed if one has no people. One cannot be betrayed if one has no people.
It's so clinical the way that you say it. Mm-hmm. Very clinical. Yes. Like it's got no soul. You wouldn't make it as an actor.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading lines here. I'm going to give a hint. I believe in the movie, it was said by Kobayashi.
Character name or the actor name? I'm totally kidding.
All right. So the movie is from 1995. We're giving hints as we go. First person to comment.
All the way old school.
All the way back in the 90s. My generation, a lot of people had this as their favorite.
We've got a guess. We've got a guess from Jessica.
Jessica again. Killing it. Jessica.
Bringing the heat. Straight cold heat.
It's fantastic. She's just bringing it. She was one of our winners the other day. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the visual. There you go. Fantastic job. One cannot be betrayed if one has no people. Kobayashi from The Usual Suspects.
Who needs a stimulus package when you can just hang out with Jessica? She's getting all the right answers and gets hooked up with that cash, son.
Yeah, she is balling. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this. So much going on. Okay, fantastic. So we've got 3 Venmos given out today. We'll probably do 2 more. The next one I have is super hard. So we'll see. All right, with that point, where were we at on our movies? We're going to number 2. Let's do number 2, and then let's bring up beer of the day, wine of the day, and martini of the day from Ken. We'll bring that up after this. What's your number 2 movie?
My number 2 is okay. It's okay. Scarface.
Good choice. Again, cannot disagree with that. Why?
Comes down to the character, baby. Come down to the character. I mean, Tony Montana. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Both had that as a number 2. Wait, do we have the same?
We had the same eye to eye. Here, look at me. We see eye to eye. Right, like this. Like this. Huh? No, you turn the other way, Chad. Turn the other way.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's backwards. There you go. Turning eye to eye. Fantastic. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we see eye to eye, facing opposite directions. Perfect.
Yep. And by the way, people, feel free to comment what your guys' favorite movies are on the side. We'd love to see that. I'm curious if people think we're completely off. There's like 30 good mob movies, so it's really hard to, of course, pick the top movies. So
careful, Anthony will judge you.
I will. If they're crappy movies, I'm gonna judge. It's just, it happens. Okay.
That means he thinks Rocky IV is a crappy movie.
I don't think it's a crappy movie. We got sweet heaven. Oh, do you know what we forgot? We know what we forgot, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till what movie we forgot, because I feel like the older gentlemen that we're gonna bring on, I say that with a smile on my face, are gonna also agree that I might have made a mistake on that one. So right now, Ken Paul is gonna come back on. He's gonna hang out, and I know it's gonna be.
Hi, Ken Paul.
He's going to help us. You know what? Maybe we'll have him introduce his very good friend, who's going to be our resident beer expert of the day.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Do you?
He lives for beer. Beer lives for him. Mr. Matthew Troyer.
Hello.
No, hello.
Well, hi, everybody. Ken, you look fantastic. I prefer this neck piece to your earlier neck piece. It looks really good.
It's a little more formal. It's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I Googled neck piece, and it's really strange what comes up. It's like all ladies' necklaces. So I think we might need a new word. I don't know. Not judging, though.
Oh, damn.
I dropped my pen. Holy cow. That's great. All right.
Hey,
so
I know you're going to ask me what my favorite mobster movie is. And, other than Godfather 1 and 2, which I think just, automatically get pushed to the top, I'm going to go with a Gabriel Byrne movie, which is also similar to your Gabriel Byrne movie, but I'm doing Miller's Crossing. Because Miller's Crossing, Coen Brothers, great mob movie.
That's actually fantastic. That I saw another list that had that in the top 10. So
big fan.
Mm-hmm. Ken Paul, what do you got as your number 1? And then we'll give ours in a little bit.
You guys are hitting all the tops. I'm going to throw in something when you're watching all of these for a little lighthearted tidbit off to the sidetrack. My favorite non-serious mob movie of all time is My Blue Heaven.
Woo! That's a good one.
Rick Moranis, take a break after watching a couple serious ones. Some of the best mob quotes of all time come from that very fun little romp in the mafia hay. Watch it, My Blue Heaven. Do
you find it funny that the gentleman that's dressed most for business picked the funniest movie to have as his number 1? I find it's fantastic.
Love it.
But he's like an onion. Right.
That was the line. I tip everybody.
Everybody. I tip everybody. Ken Paul's like an onion. You just got to keep peeling back the layers.
Ken Paul, you also have a fan club. Curtis from our earlier show says, I love Ken Paul. So that's fantastic.
But I think he said it like this. I love Ken Paul.
I love No.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so should we do drinks or should we they gave their top movie, Chad? Let's go ahead and give ours, and then we'll do our drinks of the day.
Should we say it on 3?
We could do that.
I'm pretty sure I think we have the same pick.
No, we don't. Nope.
Do we not? No, then you go first. I defer to you on this one.
Okay. My number 1 movie, actually, Mr. Matt Troyer just said it. So I took the obvious, because there's no way to beat Godfather 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. And I actually did it as a group, because you can't. It's a 6-hour movie. It's not 2 different movies, plain and simple. Okay, Chad, what's yours?
My number 1, it was one of the quotes from earlier, Goodfellas. That's my El Numero Uno. It's got it all. It's just got it all.
I completely understand how people can sway that way. I don't love Goodfellas. I don't know
really?
why. You also had on your honorable mentions, you had Heat, which I also think was an incredibly long and overrated movie. So, and that's just my personal.
Whoa! Okay, see, now the only reason why that one, I still stick with my top 5. I still stick with it, but that one, technically it's organized crime, but they're more bank robbers. They're not necessarily like mob, but it is organized crime. So that one was a little bit of a gray area for me. Like, you could have included it, maybe not, but I mean, come on. The scene with Pacino and De Niro. I mean, you don't get that every day, man. That's what makes that movie an icon. It's a hell of a cast. They got so many awesome actors in that, other than just those two. It's sensational. So I don't get where you're coming from. I think you're a little bit silly.
It's okay. I don't need all the stars to have a great movie. All right. So the movie that I forgot the other day was Raging Bull. I can't believe I.
Oh yeah, it's totally solid.
It's API's like number 2, I think, movie of all time, and we totally forgot to even include it in a mention on sports. And by the way, Ken is dressed up. Chad got the memo on the black shirt. I love that Troyer. I didn't give a memo. I didn't put it out there, but I decided to wear my wannabe Italian shirt right there to look fresh. Troyer, he's our accountant. He's in the back seat. Oh, he's gonna put on.
Oh, look, I got a neck piece now. I got a neck piece. Like
oh, look at that. Hey,
now I'm fancy.
Call the neck piece. It's a made-up word.
Hey,
Okay,
look, hang on. Wait a minute. Look,
okay.
Does this count? Does this count as a neck piece? If I put this
sure.
right here,
That's
is this a
masculine
neck
neck
piece?
piece.
Hang on, Anthony. Do you have a neck piece? Come on. Hey, show me.
Here.
Show me what it looks like.
I got a bag of chips. Hey, I got.
Hey, look. Hey, that's a fantastic neck piece.
Hey, forget about it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
Are
idiots.
those sour cream and onion or kettle?
Avocado oil. That's totally unrelated.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, those are pretty fantastic.
speaking of washing down potato chips, it's time to talk drinking. So we're gonna let Troy Boy over here, resident beer expert, lead it off. What is our beer of the day?
Well, I'm so glad you asked Anthony, Chad, and the lovely KP with an amazing neck piece. The beer of the day today is a special beer. It is from a brewery you're probably all familiar with. It is Barks Root. It's that kind of beer. And April Fools, everyone. I mean, it's April Fool's Day, so there you go.
Come on.
I got nothing against the beer. No, the real beer is, now in honor of movies, I thought I would do this. So this is a beer called Gosling's Ginger Beer. Huh? And because it's movies, see, it's April Fool's 2, like Godfather 2, April Fool's 2. No.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is
Okay.
going to be an hour and 14-minute episode.
The real beer of the day, ladies and gentlemen. No April fooling. This is a Be the Change beer. This is Bowie. They're known better for their IPAs, but this is actually a true beer. This is a Czech-style Pilsner. I'm going to give a shout-out to the Pilsner. It's a little lighter than the IPAs, so if you're looking to mix things up because you've been drinking solidly for 16 days in quarantine, you might want to go Pilsner instead of IPA or double IPA. Lighten up the alcohol, the lighter effervescence you will enjoy. So check out Bowie beer, Czech-style Pilsner, and remember to be the change.
I love it. Troyer, that's funny enough, this was the beer of the day, but it's not anymore. So we canceled that. I love that.
That was the seal beer.
Oh, that was the seal beer. The Goss. Okay, that's funny. Now I get it. Goslings. I didn't even see. I don't read what you give me. So that's fantastic. I love the joke.
Wow. No, he does. He creates his own script.
Yeah, I totally messed that one up. I messed up your joke, but it was fantastic. All right, that's the beer of the day, and it's time for the wine of the day. It's wine of the day. I need a beverage. We've got the lovely Kelly McComb, which on the last episode I said was my friend, and she did not like that. So I want to be very specific. Come on over here.
Well,
So
maybe don't be an asshole. Maybe you can do that.
Yes, the official wine pourer of the day is the lovely Kelly McComb, which is my girlfriend. Don't want to get that wrong, otherwise I'll get shanked in the chest.
Girlfriend.
More like a gun with a silencer.
Yep. Gun with the silencer, which fits the Mob Movie edition. So
Why don't you slide over so your girlfriend can actually fit into the frame?
Our drinking.
What do you want me to switch it to just us? Okay. All right. We're going live. Okay. There we go. So explain this one, Kelly.
This is Chianti Classico. You could go fancy with the Reserva, but we're keeping it lower budget. It's real Chianti because it has a rooster on there. That is a rooster, not a cock. Have to clarify for this one.
Yeah. So I'm a simple man, and anytime there's a cock, I'm gonna make a joke. And of course, Ed is ready for his dinner date with himself. Is it going to be the right palm or the left palm? We don't know. We don't know who's going to come. So cheers on the wine.
Cheers on the beers. Cheers
Wait
on
a
the
second.
liquor
No,
drinks.
Chad, we'll cheers everybody in a second. Ken, explain to us what we're drinking right now.
Kelly, we didn't plan this, but I'm also working a classic budget move because if Smirnoff was good enough for James Bond and Dr. No, it's still good enough for me.
I like it, Ken.
Fantastic. That's good. All right. So now we have all of our drinks in hand. Chad, what did you say you were drinking?
This is a Horsehead Ale.
I get the joke. Yeah, because it's a mob movie. Thing.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody out there, this is the drinks. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Right on.
While you are quarantining and chilling. Because the more you drink, the better chance you have. Sorry, what was that? Yep. So while you're quarantining, it's the better chance you have to pass out naked, whether it's by yourself or with a loved one. So that's why you make sure you have a drink. And Kelly was also themed on her shirt today as well. You can see she may not be just a gangster. She's a spiritual gangster.
Oh, nice.
Bam. All right, fantastic.
That's what's up.
All right, ladies and gents, that's the end of our beer and wine edition. We've said what our top movies are. Oh, Kelly, last call. What's your favorite mobster movie?
Casino.
Casino. Hers was Casino. She proclaims from the other room.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. Say it. Do it again. Come on. Come on, Big Tony Russ. Do it again.
Last question. How did you change so fast, Ken Paul? What's the magic? What's the magic? You. Yeah.
Yeah. He's done 16 Vegas shows. That's
so
much. Magic.
All right. I'm gonna run some comments, see if there's anything good. Dave Heckman asks if mom is drinking. She is not. Let's see.
Most of the comments are either by your mom or about your mom. That's interesting.
Oh, we got Corey. Who is Corey? Who is Corey Carr? Who is Corey Carr? He's making fun of KP, or he's asking why KP is in a suit. I love it. It's all about just looking like a gentleman at all times, whether you're by yourself or with others. And since you can't be with others.
School is in session, Corey. There you go.
Love it. Okay, so that's great. So we've said our top movies. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to do one more quote at the end of the show right now. We've got Mark Yates, Matt Madison, and Jessica. Heart Soul, you guys are our winners of the day. Matt and Mark, I need your Venmo names, and I'm going to be doing one more shortly. So I'm going to throw the banner up. Gentlemen, stay right there.
Did you guys hear what he called one of the movies a minute ago? Anthony called it Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco.
Yes. Hello, I'd like to watch the movie Donnie Brasco.
So
yes, is that showing today? Will it be on the flicks of the net?
So fun fact, it actually is better pronounced Donnie Brasco. So that is actually the way, if you're from New Jersey. Chad, do you have relatives in Jersey? Hey, you do voices, but do you have relatives in Jersey?
I sure don't. If you want to call it Brasco, then we'll go with that. If you want to be a clown.
You either have to say Donnie Brasco or you say Danny Brasco. It's one of the two. It's one or the other. You have to say
Donnie Brasco. They don't even say it that way in the movie.
You just said it.
Donnie Brasco. It's bra, not bra.
All right. We have our top movies. I'm going to do one more quote. I'm going to go ahead and do one more quote. First person to have first person to put it in the chat box. By the way, your wife, Chad, says KP looks amazing. It's on my chat box, just so you know.
He is a handsome son of a bitch.
He's going to have a lot of material, a lot of women thinking he looks fantastic.
He's like a whole wheel of cheese. I just want to get after it.
Got some good lighting over here.
Okay. All right. Another movie. This one's from another movie. I'm going to do two more. Screw it. We're going to go $25 total. We're doing 5 each on this one. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. I love that I came back to the main screen and see everybody pointing at me. Meanwhile, KP's drinking. All right. All right, let's see. Anything coming through? So I'm going to say it one more time. The loudest one in the room is the weakest in the room.
No, now you have to do it as an impression.
It's not really. There wasn't much of a voice. You know what? It's
full commitment, ass.
Kelly wants quarantine to end just so that KP can hit the town in that tux. The quote is, God, he didn't even have a voice in the movie.
Well, the loudest one in the room.
He's the same actor in a different movie that said, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Same actor, different movie.
Oh, see. Okay. Well, I mean, that was not bad. That was not bad.
Sean guessed Casino.
Nope.
Nope. Good guess, Sean.
Sean, it was a good guess. This one is by the same actor that did Training Day. Let me tell you, the loudest in the room is the weakest. I can't do his voice. The weakest in the room. I don't know.
David said American Gangster.
David Heckman for the win.
David.
It is Frank Lucas, Denzel Washington. David Heckman's getting $5. Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman is Phil Wilcox. Oh, shit. That's fantastic.
So good. All right. We have one more. Somebody said Samuel Jackson. Nope. Curtis, that is not correct. I'm going to throw up. Jessica was a little slow on that one. Philly got Denzel Washington. We're going to give David Heckman the win on that one. Well done.
Is that Phil Wilcox? Was that a picture of Phil Wilcox?
That was Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman.
Oh, got it.
Nice.
Okay.
Very similar to
Good
what Phil Wilcox looks like.
Wow.
Well,
Pretty sure it's his name.
Shout out to Phil.
all right. We are going to end this one on an easy one. Joe Roblowski also got it right around the same time. I saw that one on my feed. Let's see, but we're going to go ahead and give that one to, who was it? David Heckman. Okay. Final quote. This one is easy. So it's going to be the first one that I see pour in either on my feed or on the main feed, whatever one I see. The best, the last, the only Mobster movie quote that truly matters. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
It's Matthew Broderick.
Chad, do the line. Dance monkey. There you go.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Well,
Phil Wilcox.
Phil Wilcox got it. Phil, I need Phil and David Heckman to put your Venmo below. Phil Wilcox, we gave away $25 from hashtag Be the Change today.
Hashtag Be the Change?
Nope. Phil is currently
Phil Wilcox.
Mm-hmm.
I need Phil Wilcox
from that one. So with that said, we already said what we're watching right now. The movie that I forgot to mention that I watched last night, because I think at one point we got to decide what our next episode is on. I was leaning with, let's see, Joe Roblowski. No, I was leaning on doing war movies next. How do you do about Phil? Or do we want to do war movies next week and then have more of a fun party type atmosphere on Friday?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I'm down for whatever. We've got a lot of cool topics, so I'm down for whatever.
Troyer, what do you think we should be doing on Friday?
Daniel Day-Lewis movies?
80s movies? What?
80s movies. Do 80s
If you
movies.
pick the top 5, there's only 5.
Yeah.
Let's do 80s on Friday.
But there's only 5.
And yeah. So I love the Daniel Day-Lewis because every single one of his movies is Academy Award winning. Phil Wilcox said Sean Penn movies, also good, and a little bit more to choose from. But we're going to do 80s movies, and then we'll do war movies next week. And I think for next Friday, just because I feel like, we got Porky's. He's already got his pick.
Oh, come on.
For Wednesday, can I put in a vote for Jean-Claude Van Damme movies?
Nope.
Ooh.
I mean, what would that sound like if we did Jean-Claude Van Damme movies?
It's going to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, if we do these Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, I swear you will not be let down.
Okay. So even though we're not going to do that, that was fun. If we do martial arts movies, I'm sure you can include some of his. So we've got 80s movies coming up on Friday. We'll be doing 80s movie quotes. Terrence Leffridge just said that your voice was fantastic. We'll do war movies on Monday. And with that said, I just watched 1917. That's where that was leading, which was phenomenal. And I think both Troyer and KP told me that was fantastic. In terms of the actual cinematography, it was like one constant shoot. I don't know how they shot it, and it was well worth watching. So that's what I watched. Chad, what are you planning on watching in the next couple days?
Just gearing up for the war episode. I'm going to watch Hot Shots Part 2.
Okay. And then KP?
I'm just going to remind us all, when you're picking the best war movies of all time, we have to go back and include some classic options. Got to go back all the way into the late 40s and 50s, because some of these are in the running. You don't get the vote, Chad. You're 12th.
I'm younger than Chad.
Well, but do you look at?
Yeah, I was gonna save that. I was gonna save the joke for Chad, but Ken kind of cut it off. Ken just wants pictures from his childhood included.
There. Black and white.
Fantastic.
You know what? We do have to do a Bond episode. There'll have to be a Bond one as well. So
Oh yeah,
we'll do a
absolutely.
Bond one so that he has another reason to wear that. And then next week, I think we got to be careful on the 80s movies, because if he starts watching Porky's and he's been alone for that long, I think we all can assume what's going to happen in his living room. There'll be a tux with no pants. Okay. So, Troyer, what are you watching this weekend?
You know what? We watched. Daniel Day-Lewis was on my mind because we watched Phantom Thread last night, Paul Thomas Anderson movie. What a flick! If you haven't seen that, check it out. And so I think we're going to see your Pete Postlethwaite inspired me from Kobayashi in Usual Suspects. I think we'll watch In the Name of the Father. If you've not seen that Daniel Day-Lewis movie, what a picture!
Fantastic movie. Agreed. What was the movie that I watched? A movie that I would suggest if you guys want to get your time saved, don't watch Aquaman. Watched 15 minutes and gave up. Holy God, that was bad.
We're gonna do a superhero episode, and I'll be honest with you, the Marvel movies will absolutely crush the DC movies. Go ahead and send your hate mail to @ChadFishburne.
You're right. Unless you got to include some Dark Knights in there.
Dark Knight's got to be.
Oh,
in there,
no,
though.
I mean, listen, the Dark Knight's amazing, but overall, as like just a big ass umbrella, DC is letting us down a little bit.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, ladies, gents, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back again at 2 p.m. on Friday. That's Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait to see what Ken is going to be bringing to the mix on his wardrobe. Matt will be back giving us beer of the day, and Chad and I will be providing shenanigans, everything 80s. Phil Wilcox has had some dark nights. Everything 80s. We're going to end on that quote. He's had some dark nights, and with that profile picture, it's only fitting. Excellent. All right. We'll see you guys next time. See you on Friday.
I know you're out there somewhere. I said I know you're out there somewhere. Are we still live?
Yeah, that's why I was letting you sing.
That's great. I love it. Biscuits and Gravy, Mobster Edition.